Well, here comes something that I bought, and there it goes by my driveway. Okay, welcome back on this very windy day, and I'm going to try to take this hydraulic line off of here really quick on the 545 combine, which, if you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and in a previous one I finally revived my old combine after several years of sitting, like 4 or so, and we need to figure out where this goes. I see there is an end to it right there, so that's dandy. And I think the other one is just right up here, but it may be a real trick to get to. I'm not sure. I can't really feel what's up there. I'm afraid there's something that I need to hold on the top and then take the fitting out, is what I'm getting at. Let me try to get you mounted where you can see. Okay. I don't know if you can see or not, but what we're working with is just a JIC and an adapter. So even if it backs out, I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, let's see what we can wedge up in there. We can't see what we're doing, which is always a plus. We can hold our cell phone up there. But see, this has got this bracket right in our way that I believe holds the draft control cable whenever you have the reel hooked up on the head. How am I going to get to that? That is a super inconvenient place. Oh, brother. That's too big. That's too big. Okay, that's the size. Now, can we get it loose? Well, something's turning. Now, whether or not it's going to be the part we wanted to turn or up above. Come on. Boy, that is just super inconvenient. Oh, this is where your offset wrenches come into play, is on hydraulics. It seems like always hydraulics is where you need them. And of course I can't get there because of my fatness. Boy, I don't know. I don't know how a guy's supposed to get that loose. A normal guy would just take a torch and cut sheet metal off, but that ain't gonna happen, so no way. Okay, we know it's 3/4. Maybe we need to go get a crow's foot. Try that. Okay, we got us a stubby and we got us a crow's foot. So surely between one of the two we can get it, but actually, okay, there it comes. I'm wondering if this is really 11/16, and I've been just using a 3/4. Yeah, Tweedledee to the you too, telephone. I'll get to you after a while. I want to get this off so I can get to town before they close. Then in case I get more time, we can come back to this. Okay, crow's foot, here we go. Round and round you go. Where you stop, I don't know. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're so close. See, now it's wanting to play a game of almost there but not quite in, or out in this case. That's not a fun game. And you can't really see anything other than listen to my award-winning commentary. So it's really good. Now I've lost all the tools. I have no idea what I did with... Okay. Well, what's this going to pan out to be? Okay, there's 1116. There is something right in our way. Everywhere we go. Well... This is just not playing in a way that I enjoy. Okay, well that hold there. Now. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's lay our elbow right down in the oil. That's always handy. This is going really very too easy, so there's bound to be some terrible trouble coming. I don't know quite yet what that'll end up being, but I really don't look forward to that day. It'll wait until I spend all this money and then the motor will blow up. Something on that line. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Success. Alright. So now the trick will be to hurry up and get this line before we create dirt in our system, which we don't want. But I think we can do it. Well, here comes something that I bought. And there it goes by my driveway. So we'll have to get his attention. There we go, take two. He's headed back this way. So the GPS sometimes takes people to the wrong place when they type it in. So anyway, we're in the right place now. What a treasure. It'll be interesting if he can make that turn. It's kind of an awkward turn. But I guess it's a bumper pull trailer, so he should be fine. Good deal. Excellent. Fresh off the boat from Illinois. All right. There it is in all its glory. And let's take a look at this gem that I just acquired. I bought this off of an online auction, which I may have a separate video about that because it was quite an ordeal. I see that it's rolling away, so it doesn't want to be the focus of this video. But anyway, this is a 1600 and supposed to be an early one. It's an A. It's not like on the 1800s where you had A and they were checkerboard and whatever. There was a 1600 A and B that mainly was things like in the motor differences and updates, and they just assigned it A and B in the serial numbers, but it's not quite as dramatic as the 1800s with the A, B, and C. But anyway, how this came about, my neighbor said, look here on the internet, it was up to like $200, and he said, you don't have a 1600? And I said, no. And he said, "You want one?" And I said, "Yes." And so there's how it came to be. And I'll probably tell more of the ordeal story in another video. So let's just look at this. So I ended up with it, and it was advertised as having a spun bearing in the motor. And for most people, that would be a turnoff. But as I've said before, I like to buy tractors when they're just absolutely rough and bring them back to life. And then, you know, I know what I got when I'm done. And even if I have to spend a lot, if I get the tractor cheap enough, then it's all the same. And that's what this is. I feel this is cheap enough that I didn't get hurt, even with the shipping, which was an ordeal. That will be in another video. But I haven't looked at this other than the pictures. And I mean, literally, the shipper guy just left. I just pulled it off the trailer. So this is the first I'm seeing it. And what attracted me to it on the pictures was it looked fairly complete, minus fenders, which is no big deal. I mean, fenders are usually gone. And he actually, the seller and I traded some parts. I got a hold of the guy who sold it. He was looking for some parts. He had these fenders off of an 18 size tractor, which is dandy because I've got that 1850 in pieces that doesn't have fenders. So, ta-da, fenders for that. We'll worry about fenders for this at some other point. I actually have some extra rough fenders, but I don't know. They may be too rough for this project, but we'll see. So, just looking at it, like I said, tires, that doesn't concern me. Nothing to brag about. But fairly complete tractor. Has the top link and everything. I don't know what it was doing in its previous life, because it has hoses, long hoses plumbed right into the remote outlet there on the unit, and JIC ends on it, so that's interesting. But this actually might be one of the nicer ones. No, never mind, I take that back. It's busted, like they all are on these early ones. This top link could swing down and bust that, and that was the scourge of it. Boy, I don't want to look at it too close, because the more I'm looking at it, the more stuff I'm seeing that needs attention, like this. But still, I'm not hurting. It was cheap enough, even with the shipping that I worked out, which the shipping guy I used was excellent. I'll have to see if I can put a link to him in the description here, because I definitely would recommend working with him again. But everything looks like it's there. The sheet metal looks straight, and you know, that's worth something, even as parts. If that's would end up what happens to it, there's a lot of good parts on it. It has a Schwartz front axle, I believe, because I've had a tractor with one of those before. That will be coming off. That does not do anything for me. I will put it back as a tricycle tractor, because that's what I like. Like I've said before, I have always wanted a 1600 tricycle, because that is what the co-op had when I was a kid, and they would use it around in the yard and pull in hydrous wagons and different things. And I just have a lot of memories of 1600. And I remember crawling up on here and playing, and you know, noticing the differences between our 1650 and the 1600. So I've always kind of wanted one. And like I said, maybe this won't be the one that stays forever, but it definitely has some potential when you compare it to some of the garbage that I've drug in here. So I can't complain too much, because there's enough value in parts here that I didn't get hurt. Oh, look at that. It's got no hours on it. Now, you figure that that's rolled around again, or do you figure that that just broke and they all zeroed themselves out? That's interesting. So it could have that many hours on it that it's actually rolled that over. I don't know, maybe. But original charging system, not messed with. That's kind of neat. You hardly see that. I mean, Most of them have been hacked out and alternator put in. So it appears, of course, that maybe there was probably a loader mounted on it at some point in its career. It's got a brand new international muffler on it, which is odd because that looks a lot like the OL6, which would be the Oliver muffler. But whatever. Here we have, that's kind of impressive. A lot of times your hydroelectric buttons are rested. So I don't know, maybe this tractor was taken care of. I don't know, before its incident. It still shows a little bit of oil on the stick, and it's kind of clean looking, so that's nice. Our seat frame is kind of rough. I don't know what we did. Somebody my size or bigger has sat on it and gave her one bounce too many, and I would guess that the rubber's sacked out, and on one bounce it probably finally chewed through that. But I own a welder, so no big deal. And it's not stuck, but like I said, if I can get my enormous self down here, motor's apart, really looks clean, and supposedly has a spun bearing, said it's tight, so it's going to require us tearing her down, which is fine. I mean, like I said, that's what we're planning to do. So we'll probably have a video where we yank the motor out and maybe try to find a place to stuff the rest of the tractor so it doesn't go downhill any more than it is. But I don't know. The other day I was very mad. I didn't even want to see this thing, but I can't be mad at it now because I love tractors, and here it is. So I am very pleased with what has shown up. So it was just as the seller described, and I cannot knock the seller in the whole experience. He was very upfront. His description was accurate. He went above and beyond on helping to sort out the issues we had. So thank you, Doug, for all you've done. You really went above and beyond and made this go, even though it seemed for a while like it was a kind of a headache. So thanks again. Okay, well, I got a hose, as you can see, brand new, beautiful. It is still very windy, however. I had to actually climb up on my house and fix the roof that a piece blew loose, but that's fine. So I'm gonna try to position you in such a way that I don't know if you can see anything or not. I certainly can't. I can kind of see what I'm doing. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. I guess a smart thing to do would be to take that fitting out and make sure that the O-ring's good on it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to work and work and work to get this on. Then we're going to find out it leaks at that O-ring, and then we're going to take it all off again. Okay. And this hose is going to go up here. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I can't see what we're doing. Come on. This is very dark and inconvenient, you know? Might as well give you some view of what I'm doing in the dark. I'm gonna do the easy end first, you see. And then I'm gonna do the end that's gonna make me cry. The one that takes the crow's foot. The one that I don't think we had the right size crow's foot a while ago. But we can soon fix that. Okay, that's getting tight. Now we need... Do we need this? We probably need this on there. We need this on here because it's thinner. Which you can't see either one, so it doesn't really matter to you, does it? Aw, come on. There we go. Sure, yep. Wouldn't be a good job if I didn't drop the tools all the way to the ground in the dark. Ouch! We're gonna get more tools. Okay, we're back. I wish I could find my DeWalt flashlight, but I can't. So, for now, we'll prop up the old telephone, which is going to self-destruct anytime because it's about out of juice. I thought I had it tight. Next one. How to get the lock. Oh, shit. There we go. You can kind of see what we're doing. What we're doing is having much failure. Okay. Oh, that ain't gonna work if we keep having to. There we go. Come on. We're almost tight, aren't we? So that's gonna be a pain because we only have so much room. Well, that's cute. That even helped tuck it up under there. I think we're good. You see, we have extra hoses here because that would be like to your reel lift. And I had those start leaking before and capped them off. I should probably make that more better and maybe even mount a coupler bracket or something over here that you could just plug into. Even though I'll never, ever, ever use them. But it would look more pretty than that. So let's put more hydraulic oil in it and then see about starting it up again and if it'll hold the head up now. Because that was a big inconvenience the other day when we tried to do it. Okay, back up here again. Oh, too fat to do this. Okay, put our funnel in. Get our bucket over here, which has now gotten rained on. Let's let the water drain. Okay. Now, we know it's pretty well empty again since we blew it all out the other day. And it wouldn't be filling up the combine with hydraulic oil if we didn't overflow it in the cab all over the place. That's usually how that went. That's why I always carried a little 1-gallon jug with me of hydraulic oil. It was a little bit easier to control. Well, that's all she wrote on the hydraulic oil. $100 down the tube. Ain't that nice? Okay, good. That's out of the way. Okay, let's put this here. Let's see if it starts up again. Are we still in neutral? Man, that's really a bummer about that shift fork reverse. I wish it moved as free as that one, but here we go. Oh, that is just so awesome how great that runs. Okay, let's pick up our head. I don't see any oil shooting out on the tire this time, so let's let it down. Let's pick it up. Come on. Need more juice. There we go. What a dummy. Wasn't paying attention. It caught it on that other head. But it does stay up. So that's good. That fixed our problem. And I don't think it's drifting at all. So that's good. Yeah, there it's going to hook on that other head. So we might as well just stop there. Almost all the way up. Let's let it idle a minute. Alright. Boy, that's sweet running. Let's get into the most dangerous position in case something happens. Right in front of it. Okay. Well, that's good. We're just going to ignore that. Here's the one that the chain is missing off of. One of these is broken, and I had one homemade, but I got a new one. I found a new one the other day, new old stock, so just don't remember which one it is. Is it over there? No? It's got to be this one. No? Oh, there. There it is. It's made out of solid steel, so, and consequently it's probably the best adjusted one of all. Like I said, if you look too close at this old head, there's a lot of stuff that needs attention, so we're just not going to do that. But I think we need to find chain. I got enough stuff. I think we can cobble the old one together to get us going, but we need to fabricate a point. That's the biggest hurdle here, and I don't remember what I did with the chain. I hope it's on the point, but anyway, that's good. Oh, I usually have it sitting up on boards, but that's fallen down. Let's see about fixing that. How did he die? Well, on camera, he was crawling under something and didn't tell anybody where he was. Sure. There. I think that'll hold it. That keeps it up out of the dirt. Let's gently set it down. Gently. It's the key. There. Let's run the machine. Walker still walking? Yes. All right, what we've accomplished here is run the machine and spray some of the chains. We need to do the head now. I haven't done it yet, but I want to run this thing every so often to keep it going, because I don't want to have it sit for years and years and years again. Oh, all right. There's the tag for the head. So 4-row, White Farm Equipment, Hopkins, Minnesota. And then the combine tag says Chicago, Illinois, but it also says made in Canada. It's over here. If you're never sure where your combine tags are, they're over here above our head, 545. And all the serial numbers usually start with OX, and tells you your motor serial number and all that. One thing they did over the years that I wish they hadn't have is, this is the unchoker hub that slides on, and you have to be able to pull it off again when you change sprockets, because you change that sprocket for your different cylinder speeds. But I love this unchoker. It's got 6 holes in it, and it's made of cast. And on the lighter ones, they change it to steel, and it does not hold up. As you can see, when you're unchoking, I've busted the corners out of it multiple times and had to weld to it, and it's only got 4 holes. I think somewhere in my collection of combine parts, I have another cast one I got for this reason, but I gotta check. If not, I might be able to find one. But anyway, the other one, like on the green one, is much more handy. It really works good on the rare occasions that I've had the corn combine plugged up. It seems like you just don't plug this combine near as much as you plug the grain combine, you know, because the corn's usually dry when you're shelling it, so, or at least the plant is for the most part. So anyway, we're one step closer now to taking this thing back out and giving it a shot. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.